So the guy, he told us, yeah, you need to understand that how it works here. You need to be very aware that there are situations, and that it wasn't really wrong when he said that women were looking for men, because in my English school there are girls. You know, sometimes you see the month before they were coming even from Russia, countries like Russia, countries like beautiful ladies. You saw that they didn't have much. They didn't have much, and within 3-4 months, you see them dating some guys, and then you will see them with luxury brand on them, changing their hair, looking silk, beautiful makeup. They smell good perfume. You could tell that, oh, there was a movement in the English school. I mean, girls were not just sitting to go to English school only. They were looking for, you know, good American guys, okay? So he was talking to us and said, you need to do your move. You need to be active on that. You were like, no, we don't. I mean, we were lost. I think maybe we were some African. You were maybe some African student who was lost. Maybe because our faith, you know, didn't allow us to do some of the things that, you know, maybe that was one of the reasons why also, not only financial, but also the reason was like, we believe we trust God. And then he started talking about him. So then comes the story of his life, how he arrived in America. That story was just, in French we call it rocambolesque. We say it in French because it didn't have any sense. The guy said he left his country of origin in Africa and he went to Europe, somewhere I think in Belgium, I think. From Belgium, he went to America, okay? So he said that all this, he went to America, he entered America without a visa and without a passport. He entered America. He was like, is that possible? How did you get in the plane? Did you have a flight ticket? He said yes. I mean, I don't know if he had, I think yeah, he had the flight ticket. I mean, the story was really strange. The thing that I can tell about the story, to be really clear on that, is like the guy entered America without papers. That's what he told us. He entered America without papers. So we were like, so you enter America with a plane. You went to the international, you enter the international airport in the US. He said yes. You have papers. He said yes. So how did you cross the border? How did you cross the police, you know, with the dogs and everything? How did you do that? He said they didn't see me. They didn't see me. He was like, wait. So, I mean, you want to tell us that 2006, 2005, or 2003, I don't know, you enter America without a passport and a visa? He said yes. So how did you pass through we were all sitting here listening to the story because you were shocked. So how did you pass the border? He said, I passed the police, they didn't see me. I mean, like, wait, you passed the police officers of the border of the international airport, they didn't see you. He said they didn't see me. I pass. He was sitting here, he was sitting looking at each other. He was like, no, actually, one of us say, actually, you are illegal. You enter America illegally. He said, no. You enter America illegally through the borders. I mean, you maybe jump the border, you maybe cross the borders. He said, no, I didn't go through the borders. I went with the airport, international airport, and I entered America. So how did you enter the police? He said the police didn't see me. They didn't see me. I passed. Without a passport, without a visa, without a passport and a visa. He entered America. So you enter in town like that. He said, enter in town. They didn't see me. So we were like, I mean, it really, I mean, as you were eating, the story was just like spinning in our head. So the night after we went back, after the night after he dropped us back home, I'm telling you guys, we were talking about, I said there is no other option. There is only two options. He crossed the border. He jumped the wall or whatever. He crossed the border. He entered America. But he said that did not happen to him. He says, so if he didn't go through the border, how did he enter America? So the only option we had here was like, maybe he entered America with the ship. Yeah, because commercial, you know, the big ship, like they have a commercial, you know, with the goods, you know, merchandise, I don't know how you say that, the goods, everything that they are selling, all this material, I don't know, coming from outside the country, who were entering America with a ship, because we couldn't believe that he could pass the airport. He had a passport and visa, and then the police office, the police didn't see him. It wasn't possible inside the international airport, because when you come to America, you know that you stay online, you cannot pass. But he said he passed. He passed them. He said he passed. So he was sitting there like saying, how is it possible that someone can pass the border without a passport and a visa? I mean, all night you were thinking. He said, I let you to your reflection. So at the end, you were like, there's only one option. It's Juju. The only one option you could see that if he passed through the border without being caught is the Juju. Maybe he disappeared. Maybe wherever he was going, he would just use Juju. It means that maybe from his country, maybe from Europe where he left, he used Juju to enter the plane, Juju to leave the plane, Juju to cross the border, Juju to be around. Meaning that he was invisible, he'd make himself invisible for a few minutes where he was in front of the police, he disappeared. And then he appeared again when he crossed the... That was the only option. So he was using Juju. You know, Juju, like witchcraft. We were like, ooh. We were like, no, you're not going to go back to the restaurant. You're not going to go back to the restaurant. I mean, we're just talking to him nicely on the phone when he was texting hi. He was calling us sometimes to have our news. But if he was a Juju man, we say, witchcraft, like that. Fast forward, me, I left to DC and I went to Texas later on. One of the girls called me. I was cleaning because I was going to university now, but I was trying to do some stuff, cleaning people just to have always my pocket money. Okay, because I was going to school. I was also going to university. So at the time, you need something to make money. Talk about that. I was in the agency. Okay, you hire me for something. Sometimes I will go. You will go on your own, ask if people need something to be clean. So I think I think it was with the agency. I don't know. I mean, I was just cleaning someone's house, someone's home. Phone calling. The girl called me. Hello, because you don't talk. You know, I told you about the story of the lady I was taking care of, and then my sister called me on the phone, and he was speaking in French, and the lady said, "Are you speaking French?" Because I speak French, you know. Anyway, the French American woman. Anyway, so I was talking to her on the phone. Hello. She said, "Hello, I have something to tell you." I was like, "What is the story? What is it?" She said, "You will never believe what I will tell you." I was like, "What is it?" I'm speaking low. I didn't want them to hear me. So she told me, "Do you remember the guy of the restaurant?" No. I said, yeah, I remember the guy of the structure. Yeah, the manager, yeah. He has a new business now. I said, really? Yeah, he's now an entrepreneur. He has a new business now. I said, what is he doing? She said, I won't give the detail. But that business is doing, that entrepreneurship was doing now, made him meet people of the high status. It was now in the environment of people who were not anybody, like people, the politician, business people, celebrities. He was now in this circle. I was like, it's impossible. I was like, it's impossible. She said, it is. He told us that everything is possible in America. I said, yeah, but now this is a story. I was like, what? Wait. Someone who came illegally, because that was illegal. Because when you ask him, were you illegal? He says a mix of all of that. You understand the answer already? So the guy was now in the circle of high-profile people in America. I said, how is it possible? She said, because everything is possible in America. Now he's there. Do they know that he's illegal? Like, do they know that he's illegal? Do they know that he's illegal? And she was like, do they know? Maybe he has a fake he has a fake information about him. How do you know that? Yeah, because I just got his news. He's now doing high status people. He work with them now. How did he get there? See, we don't know. The same way we don't know how he got to inside the airport. The same we don't know how he got there to the high social status without a passport and a visa. He made it to the top there. I said, you are lying. She said, I'm not lying. He showed me the picture. I'm not lying. She said, I'm not lying. I was like, okay, I will call you later because I don't want to be caught because I have my little job. I need to keep my money, my little money. I'll call you later. This is the story. In America, everything is possible. I'm telling you, everything is possible. For those who are some kind of ambition. I mean, I was shocked. I was cleaning the floor. I was like, huh? Okay, the guy who came illegally in America, because yeah, you say, oh, I'm a little bit of all that. It was illegal, period. It was illegal. A guy who came illegally in America is now in the place of politicians, celebrity, and business people. Chai. Bro, I was like, hey God, what did we did to you to deserve this pain? I mean, what did we do to deserve this pain? Someone just come from nowhere. Juju. I was Juju. Second story. I'm telling you what I've learned, what I saw in this country humbled me so much that even if you tell that to someone else, people will say that you are lying. You are lying. It happened. In America, everything is possible. It happened. It happened. Things happen here in this country. Things happen. If you don't believe it yourself. But what happened is that was showing me is someone, he entered the international airport. Nobody saw him. The police didn't catch him. You, when you come with your paper, they make you leave hell. They make you ask. They make you through a load of questions, of interrogation. I don't know, of questions. But someone like that, he passed. He said he passed. They didn't see him. He passed. He passed. The white people didn't see anything. He passed. Even the dog didn't see him. But I think it's possible because there was a story that happened. I watched a documentary, and it was an airplane, Air Afrique airplane. At the time in the 90s, it was a very, it was about a docuseries of people who were how international airport was working in America, and how they were welcoming people of the world. When they were seeing a flight coming from Africa, you will see the maintenance, you see all the police and the dogs were all over in international New York City International Airport. There was one guy they caught. He was hiding drugs, but you couldn't see it like that. That police officer, that American police officer, he felt like something was not right. He made him sit. Don't move. The guy said, oh, I need to go now. I respond to the question. He said, sir, don't move. He sensed something. Within the next hour, as he was sweating alone, they opened the bag of the guy, full of drugs, cocaine. It wasn't there at the beginning. It wasn't. It was only closed when they opened it first. But the police officer, he sensed something wasn't right. He sensed it. He said, wait an hour again. Sweating. He was moving around. But there was nothing that could really... But the guy, maybe he knew that African people do juju. After an hour like that, the bag was full of cocaine. It appears. So the guy explained to the police officer that they sometimes make stuff disappearing by the time they do the passport verification, the visa and passport verification. That's what they make stuff. No, after that, when they go to take the bags, you have sometimes they were, at the time, they were dogs, they are going everywhere and so on. And that's the part where they make the bags disappear. Yeah, they make the drug disappear with juju, witchcraft. Sorry. And then the stuff disappear like that. It disappear like that. And then when it disappear like that, they have, you know, it's a lot of concentration and stress. Then what happened? If it passed a certain time of waiting, it comes back. So me, I suspect that that guy was doing juju. We suspected at the end it was only juju. That was not something else. It was juju. See? That's where African wonder. That's where African exceed is witchcraft. That's just for stuff like that. Not even for building countries. It's just to witchcraft for personal. Anyway, that was the story number 1. 2. That was the story.